2000 Golf standard transmission. Reverse light switch is no good. I already verified that earlier. As you can see here, the release tab is broken. So you take a little right angle pick, you go under here, you lift up the release tab, and then you can pull the connector off. So for a point of reference, this is the starter here, and as you can see, just above the reverse light switch, you've got the battery tray. So it's not as easy to get to from the top unless you remove a bunch of stuff. In order to get to it from underneath, you have to take the splash guard off. Once you remove the splash guard, you have easy access to it. 22 millimeter, sorry, deep socket, and whatever size ratchet you need, according to the socket, 1/2 inch, 3/8. A flex ratchet works best. The threads have locking compound on it. That's why it's a bit stiff to turn. Come on. Should almost be out. And you can see the locking compound on here. If you're not sure whether or not it's the switch or not, disconnect it, key in the on position, take a paper clip. You want to use really fine pinned wire on the paper clip, you know, so maybe file it down, and then all you got to do is bridge these two pins and see if the lights come on. Or use a test light first and check to make sure that one of these has power. Once you bridge the two, the reverse light should come on. If they don't and you have power, check your bulbs. They might both be burnt out. If the lights do come on when you bridge the connector, but they don't come on when the connector is attached to the reverse light switch and you're in reverse gear, then obviously the reverse light switch is no good. You can see the new switch has locking compound as well. There's no washer used. This is the factory switch. You can see there's no washer used. So just turn it down, install it until it bottoms out, and tighten it up. Start it by hand, make sure that the threads start. You don't want to cross thread this thing. Be mindful of the size of tool you're using. 1/2 inch ratchet, you can apply a lot of force with a 1/2 inch ratchet. So just keep an eye on the switch. Once it bottoms out, you should be able to feel that, and just give it a little bit of a snug turn. That's it. Plug in the connector, or plug the connector on to the switch, and that's it. Little splash guard. It would help if I turned it the right way. Just install it like that. Reinstall the rusty bolts. Okay, key on. Neutral first to make sure that the lights are not on at this point. And pop it into reverse. Reverse light is on. Pop it back into neutral, make sure the light goes out. Happy days. Bob's your uncle. Good for another 226,000 kilometers.